And welcome back into the Varsity Voices podcast presented by C Spire. This is our second quarter. The second quarters are brought to you by Atmos Energy. Call 811 before you dig. And first things first, we want to make sure that we recognize some great performances from last week in our Farm Families of Mississippi Player of the Week. And we'll take a look, as we always do, at some, honorable mentions like Hayden Hunt from Tri-County running the ball 235 yards for 4 touchdowns, or Christian Alexander, who's been our player of the week before, runs it for 325 yards and 4 touchdowns. Or you have someone like the running back Deuce Flowers from Charleston, 20 carries, 168 yards, 4 receptions for 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Braden Trusty from Grenada, 10 out of 17 for 217 yards and 4 touchdowns. Gavin Ducksworth from Hattiesburg, 21 out of 24, 389 yards and 4 touchdowns. So congratulations to all of those guys. But our Farm Families of Mississippi Player of the Week is going to be the running back Solomon Baggett from Ocean Springs, 10 carries, 208 yards and 4 touchdowns in a big win over West Harrison. So congratulations to him. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to him later in the week. Of course, we will get him a Farm Families of Mississippi shirt brought, and that's from College Corner Store. And so Farm Families of Mississippi, remember that Mississippi needs farmers. So forgot to welcome in everybody that's here, like Brandon Davis and Jared Schatz and Caleb Hamill, and who knows where Jake Wimberly and the hair. I bet Jake's getting his head shaved. I bet that's what he's getting rid of all the lettuce, the midlife crisis, and he's gonna get rid of the lettuce. That's what he's gonna do.
He's becoming the papal figure for Brandon, and then the smoke's gonna rise for the new coach that'll come.
That's what it is. We'll have a conclave, right? Isn't that what they call it?
Something like that.
That's what they'll do over at Brandon when the smoke turns red, right? Because it's Brandon's red, right? Normally it's white, but when smoke turns red or black or whatever. But this is our fun segment where we like to kind of let loose a little bit and have a little fun with the podcast. And this week, guys, we all talking all year long. We always send each other pictures about, look where I'm sitting. Look at this thing at this stadium. This past week, I was sitting in the bleachers, right? Caleb sits in the bleachers just about every week where he goes. So we thought let's talk about the best stadium features that we see on a weekly basis or weekend. Maybe we've only been there one time, right? But it leaves a mark on you, and you remember it. Like one thing that I love is Greenwood. Greenwood's got a great stadium. It's an old school stadium. I'm telling you, they like made it from reclaimed steel from a battleship or something. It's awesome. And then you go in there, go in the press box, and it's completely old school. You can tell it was made in like the 50s or 60s, when you can imagine sports reporters going in, because on the back, coat rack, just a coat rack, coat hangers, hang your coat up, and right above it up here where we do our broadcast, it's like a place for your suitcase, right? So it's awesome. Love doing it. It's a little cramped because obviously our setups have gotten a little bigger throughout the years, but still love going to do games in Greenwood. So guys, what are some of your favorite, stadium features? Jared Schatz, we'll start with you.
Ooh, can I tell you some of the most interesting? And we should write a book about this. I'm not kidding. Maybe a movie. Maybe a movie. We'll see.
We'll call it Nash Nunnery, right? He wrote the book about the stadiums, right?
Episode 2, right?
Yeah, call him in.
Volume 2, absolutely. So I've called for this school. I'm not going to name some schools because we're not trying to embarrass anybody. We're just sharing experiences here, right, guys? And a lot of these are probably some of the best experiences or memories we'll talk about. And we'll get to some really good ones in a second. But let's see, I've called a game from a Chiquita Banana box, basically. It's like a container shipment cargo container. That was the press box for a couple of years until the real press box was built. That was interesting. It's just like they ripped the Doyle or Chiquita Banana logo off, and that was our press box. Let's see, on top of a concession stand, and you got the concession stand. You know how the baseball fields will, all the home plates just kind of feed off of the concession stand and go in different directions. Concession stand's kind of your centrally located area. They had a press box up there. So you're looking way over the actual concourse, and that's actually the field that you're calling a game for. It was a very interesting view. The one that I was scared the most in though is when I walked in this booth and it just smelled like it something had died in there, and then I looked down and there is a rat the size of a small dog, and he is sitting there nibbling on some crackers or something. And I was like, man, I think I'll just sit outside. It was he was not happy I was in there interrupting his nest or his home. So yeah, I just politely could not take the smell and gave the massive rat his home back. So those were some of the most memorable press boxes that I've called games in.
It's his booth now, right? You can have it. Yeah, Master Splinter can have the booth, right? So Brandon Davis, how about you? What are you've done PA before as well. So, but I mean, most PA you're doing at home, but still, what are some places that you've run into that are, fun and other stadium features that you like?
Yeah. So I've, I did PA for 10 years, but I did away radio for about 7 or 8. I would travel with, either Shots or then Dr. Vance when he was doing play-by-play for Warren Central. I traveled to the away games. And, one of the things I'm getting to the age where, I don't like to climb anymore. And, most stadiums that you have to climb on top of the press box, you have ladders that are just right next to inside. Like Brandon has a really nice one inside that you can climb up, but climbing up is just getting just so cumbersome, especially when you're trying to carry all your equipment up, and it's tough to do. Neshoba Central has a really neat setup where they pull stairs down and you got like a little stairwell that goes up. So it's so easy to get up to the top. Of course, you got the hatch and everything at the top to kick open and all that. But, that's really cool to, for teams to get up there on the top. From an aesthetic standpoint, I know features, I'm talking about the overall aesthetics of it. If you've never been to Ray Stadium at Meridian High School, you have to go look at it. It is the way they built that stadium. It's like I don't know if they built the stadium, then built the school around it. But it's built down in a bowl, and it's old concrete stadium. And then the school sits adjacent to it. And man, it is so beautiful when you walk in from the end zone and you see the old school. When I say old school, but the old Meridian High School. And then you see how the stadium, how it is. It's just something about it is, I don't know what to say, but the aesthetics of it is a beautiful location. And then, I've worked in college games, and, we were at a school in the Delta that they were redoing the press box. And the only thing they had was the stud walls up. So we were in a area of openness, and we just had studs there, and we had to makeshift a table to make it work. And then probably the craziest one is there is this school in North Mississippi that is, they have a lot of money. I'll say this, beautiful location, a lot of money, but their visitor press box. I've been in, I like to deer hunt. I've been in shooting houses nicer than what the visiting press box is in that facility. The tin, you can see cracks in the tin. You're about to fall. It is very shaky when the wind blows. The whole thing moves with you. You think you're about to go over the side. But, yeah, I've been in some neat places. The one thing I will say, I'll go ahead and I will dog my school, Warren Central. Next time, let's put it where we can open the windows, please. Okay. In the press box. We were supposed to do that. We told you to do that.
That's why.
But you didn't listen, did you? Yes, exactly. I mean, yeah. Well, thank you guys for not doing it, but you didn't listen to us. So yeah, we don't have windows that open at Warren Central. And then what happens is that when the ambient temperature is different outside from inside with the good air conditioning we got, it fogs up the windows. You can't see. So I have to send somebody out with a squeegee to clean off the windows for me. And it did become a cool, fun little game because the people out in the front last year, they would grab the squeegee when they thought I needed it done, and then they would take and clean the window for me. A couple of times they did it. No, I didn't need it to, and it just kind of smeared the windows, but they meant well. But, no,
like
I mean,
NASCAR pit stop, man.
Yeah, man. It's like those people that have fallen on hard times that you run across in the big cities where they clean your windows and you don't need them to.
And then they'll hit your car if you don't tip them.
Yeah, that's right. But I tell you this, there are a lot of cool things that I've seen, working as PA, working also on the fields, working in the press boxes. So, it's just really neat to be a part of it. It's really a blessing to be a part of it all.
One of those you pointed out, Brandon, was Ray Stadium. That was the first game I ever got to be a part of from a high school standpoint. I was on the sideline with JT Williamson calling from Madison Central back then. But Ray Stadium has one of the features that is one of my most favorite architectural terms. And one day I hope to use it in a broadcast. And it's the term for a tunnel to enter the stadium from beneath the stands. So like most college stadiums, you enter from a concourse behind and you come out. So the tunnel that enters this bleachers area or the stands is called a vomitory.
Vomitory.
And so I've always wanted to one day hope to use it in a call to say the dejected fans of insert university or school here make their way towards the vomitories.
And what was different about, if I remember correctly, and maybe they changed it. I know Dr. Cheyenne Trussell became the athletic director. He was going to make some changes to the stadium, some updates. The Meridian fan base, they sat on the visitor side. The visiting team sat on I guess what we would call traditionally the home side where the press box was at. And that was always a unique feature. But yeah, that's, I tell you, if you get a chance to go, and if you're one of these people like me, I love traveling around, to look at old stadiums. That's one thing I did. I went through Alabama and Georgia looking at old high school stadiums one time. My wife thought I was weird, but, we did it anyway. And if you get a chance and if you like doing that, go to Ray Stadium. Like Caleb said, it's really neat how it's set up, the aesthetics of it.
I always heard that the reason Ray Stadium was as big as it was at one point they thought about Mississippi State being moved to Meridian, like the campus, and that the football program would be there. So the Meridian had a big stadium in case that was
I heard that too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, right? It's just, maybe Meridian people.
They do have a campus there now. I mean, that's
that's what I always heard. I don't know how true that is. Maybe people from Meridian in the comments can let us know if that's the case or if it's one of those urban legends. We're around Halloween, right? We know about urban legends. So,
well, you know how that rumor is going to start. Breck Riley said Mississippi State's moving to Meridian.
Moving to Meridian, right? Yeah, It'll be my fault when that happens. But another place that I like to go is Choctaw Central over on the reservation there at the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians. They have a great facility. Press box is awesome. They put you on top of the press box, but it is covered. There's a lot of room up there, and they have a broadcast that's like second to none, man. They have like real high quality cameras, and you've probably been to a ball game or whatever. You see like the camera cables that are like this, that have all the cables in it. It's like right there. They plug it in right there next to where we're broadcasting. And so I have to tell our crew, like, do not knock that out of the wall. That is more expensive than every piece of equipment that we own and probably my vehicle. So we're not paying for that. So don't knock it out of the wall. But it's just like this big wad of cables that you're just plugging into the wall. But yeah, Choctaw Central is really, they're really nice when we go over there. Caleb Hamill, you go everywhere in the Pine Belt, and like you said, you barely get to sit in the press box. So what's your story on some of your favorite features?
Yeah, they're too good for me. Now, I had some of my better stories of press boxes probably come from PCS, to be honest with you. My first ever game to do play-by-play for them was down at Escambia Academy in Alabama, and I went back and watched the film from that game the year prior when it was hosted by PCS, and their broadcast crew was so upset that they had to call their game from the stands at PCS. And when we get there to their place, they tell us there's no room inside, but on this little ledge where the stairs meet the outside of the press box, this little wood platform that's 4 feet wide, y'all can broadcast from there. Oh, and also we just installed a new train horn right beneath your feet. So that'll go off every time we score a touchdown. So we had because we also had a video broadcast, we had 13 things plugged into one outlet, and then it rained. And we are lucky to still be alive today. And needless to say, they scored a plethora of touchdowns in that game, Escambia did. So we got to hear that train horn all game long, too. But, man, yeah, some cool things. Even this weekend at Purvis, I saw a fun little feature over there in the end zone where Purvis comes out of their tunnel. Their fans have these high-rise wooden chairs to see up over the fence so you could sit in the end zone and watch the game. Didn't build a platform. They built just high, almost like lifeguard chairs that you'd see at the beach to watch the game from. And probably one of my favorite, just underrated features of a stadium, and this just comes from a man who loves efficiency, is at the good old stadium between the bricks at Watkins Stadium in Laurel. They care about their men and getting them in and out of the bathroom fast because they still have a good old-fashioned trough to go pee in.
Oh,
Love it.
Troughs. We got troughs everywhere, man.
We are the number one fans of troughs right here.
Did I hear, and Caleb, I thought you confirmed for me, and if this is true, a moment of silence. Did I hear that they took the trough out at the press box at Southern Miss?
You know, for years when we did the state championships, that booth that we were in, we always broadcast from John Cox's booth when we were over there. And right behind us is the press box bathroom for men and had a urinal trough. But I just got confirmation from Lee Roberts. They have renovated it and it is gone.
No. First you take away Jeff Bauer and then you take away the trough. I mean, that was one of the highlights. And look, I love going down to Southern Miss and broadcasting games down there because of where you're located in the press box, as far as the field, is such a great view. But that is always a great memory. We always joked and made fun of that and had a great time and loved it. And it was a highlight. And now it's gone.
I feel like a family member just died, man. I mean, that's just horrible. Like, nothing says state fair, county fair like a trough, man. It's like a throwback, nostalgia. I mean, it was the one thing we had nice. We can't have nothing nice. It's done.
It was clean too. It was so clean. They put so much chemicals on that thing. It was starting to tarnish from all the chemicals. It wasn't like it was dirty or anything. I mean, it was very hygienic. Like, why do you take that away? I mean,
nothing keeps guys closer together than a trough, man. I mean, you just, wow. I mean, what a place it is. But you know what I like about a trough? I love the sound of it. It's just so relaxing, that water sound. Man, it's almost like you want to get like a sleeping bag and go sleep on the floor in there. It's like a sound machine. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I will say this about the one at Hattiesburg is that minus the trough, the heat always works in there because it's like 1,000 degrees every time we go in.
Kills bacteria. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the heat,
hey, how you doing? You're just sweating bullets, man. You're just it keeps the water bill down.
Yeah. So the heat definitely works. But yeah, we'll have a moment of silence for the trough. Another one, or I was going to say this, Caleb. You talked about plugging in 13 things to one outlet. OSHA's going to come for you, but they're not at work right now, are they? So we don't have to worry about them calling us and getting on to us about that. But I did a baseball game at Mag Heights. They have a really cool, and for one thing, they picked me up in a golf cart and drove me to the press box. So that's awesome. And out in right field, it's like a cutout, right? So you know what a baseball field looks like, right? Baseball. But when you get to right field, they have like sort of a right field lounge, I guess, where the big money people sit. And the fence is like a cutout, like 4 feet. So normally, if you had to hit a 6 foot fence or a 7 foot fence to get a home run out of right field, you could hit a line drive and go like 2 feet and it would go out because of this cutout in the fence where the people can sit and watch. So that was it.
The rat that I saw, that's your culprit. Yep.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Where did you actually broadcast for Mac High? Because I think that was my first ever baseball game to broadcast professionally.
They had a room for me in the press box.
They had me on the concourse. Now, granted, it was still a good view, but it was just I think there was separation between the field and the stands actually starting. And I think I was just literally right behind home plate at a table. I'm not complaining, but maybe the stadium was different by the time you got there.
I'll text Mac Heights. Caleb's number 601.
Yeah, Caleb's complaining.
The coach's wife, girlfriend, and woman was in your booth when we got there, right? When I got there, the coach didn't have a girlfriend and a woman, right? Like everybody else. So yeah, they were super nice. But yeah, they picked me up I texted them, I'm here. Like, we'll come get you on the golf cart. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I never had that before.
Granted, this was 2015, so it's been a while.
I don't know. This was this past year.
Now, I'll say two things. The nicest press box I've ever been in, visiting press box, is at Milner Stadium in Gulfport. You have a huge press box all to yourself. You have your own restroom, working restroom that's nice. And then if you are hungry and you go to Brandon, they take care of you over there. Good people, even Jake Wimberly. I mean, Purvey Green really makes that broadcast. We know that.
Yeah.
But Wimberly. Wimberly.
Chris Evilhair, Purvey.
Yeah. Chris and Purvey and Jake's just the third wheel. But at any rate. But no, those are two good press boxes as well.
Now, one thing we said, we're big fans of troughs, But as broadcasters and anybody that uses a press box, we can all say we hate spiral staircases.
Never had one.
Oh yeah, no.
Wow.
If you were in the MAIS, you'd be a part of a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah, no, you went to Neshoba this past week. Neshoba used to have one before
They used
redid
to have one. It was like a,
What,
it was
really?
a triangle press box.
And you had, I've gone, and you had to like hold your equipment like this. There was no
Over
like
the
holding
rail.
it side. There's no holding it side by side. So you had to hold it like this and
Wow.
going up. So,
you had
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
you had to hold it over the rail, and if you lost it, man, it was going 50 feet down. It was done.
Yeah. Well, MRA and JA both have
JA
them.
has
And I
one, yeah.
found this out that it's like some kind of policy. I don't know if it's NFHS or who, but new press box builds have to be, I think, separate from the stands. They cannot be attached to the back end of stands on new builds. There has to be some type of code or whatever. So with some of those new press boxes, stairs were just kind of an afterthought because you couldn't just use the bleacher stands to walk up to them. You had to come up with a different method.
Really? It's interesting.
And I'm still wondering like how people get away with how insurance still lets them do those ladders you were talking about. Because I've gone some places
Oh,
where
man.
climbing up, I'm like, I would hate for we have a lot of friends that do this, right? And you're thinking of a elderly gentleman that might have to go up. You're like, how does he get up here, right?
Yeah.
And how is this still legal?
Yeah, I'll give you so Newell Field in Jackson. I mean, it's where Belhaven played, Murrah, a lot of the JPS schools, and that thing they finally condemned, and they should have done it a long time ago. It was a yellow ladder that went up the side up to the top of the press box. Well, it was welded at some point when they built the stadium, and it had detached. And this thing was swaying, and I knew
Oh, man.
it was one of those. If you had something heavy on your right side, you were hanging off the edge of the stadium, and it's a pretty big stadium. You're going
Yeah, it
over,
is.
brother. I mean, OSHA felt bad even when the government was in session.
When they were working, huh?
They had dugouts there still when I went and did a game.
Yes. I think something actually happened with the actual foundation of the structure, and they finally said, we're done. That's when Belhaven built their stadium, and JPS played at South Jackson Field, North Jackson Field, and Hughes Field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think we could all talk about this for a while. So in the off season, we might have to have just a regular podcast about us talking
Going
about
visiting.
all of our crazy stories for broadcasting, whether it's on the road, at home, or what it might be. But who always takes care of us? That's C Spire, and you can give your business the home field advantage with C Spire Indian Business Solutions, already serving 49 states. Get the technology you need today at cspire.com. C Spire, customer inspired. We're going to step aside for a break, but when we come back, we're going to look at the whiteboard and see what Brandon Davis has to talk to us about in our Environment Masters studio. So we'll be right back right after this.
From our view on this farm, food security is national security. Our nation must have a sustainable food source. Keeping the supply chain moving and food on our grocery store shelves by growing the cleanest food in the world.
We're only one of thousands, but we are united as one to grow the food, fiber, and shelter you need every day because Mississippi needs us. Mississippi needs farmers, the farm families of Mississippi.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas from Atmos Energy. It's efficient and reliable energy that's essential for today and generations to come. You can count on affordable natural gas to help you save money and keep you comfortable while fueling your dream home. So make the smart choice and talk to a builder today about including natural gas. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Snap, 1 second on the play clock. Drop it back, gonna throw, picked off by the Commodores. Guess who? Tyler Wally, touchdown Commodores! Tyler Wally stepped right in front of it, picked it off, and takes it back.
And welcome back into the Varsity Voices podcast presented by C Spire here in our second quarter. And it's what you've been waiting for. It is what is on the whiteboard in the Environment Masters studio. Hassle-free plumbing, electrical at acenvironmentmasters.com. Well, I'll go first really quickly since, we like to get to what Brandon has. I did a custom Kosciuszko Whippets helmet. It's black matte. Coach Casey Orr giving me the KHS logo here. And congratulations to Kosciuszko. This past week, they secured a home playoff game. They're the 2 seed, first time since 2015. So congrats. We're going with Kosciuszko right there. Congrats to the Whippets. Looking forward to being at home in the first round of the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. But all right, Brandon Davis, tell us what you got on the board. People want to know.
It's not going to be as controversial this week. I'll just set the table for you guys. The West Lauderdale boys want me to meet up with them because they want to fight. I lost a friend from Warren Central, and we argued and fought for about 6 hours on Friday night to and from the Neshoba. So last week was very controversial. I lost a lot of friends in that discussion, but thank you guys. You all still are wrong. And West Lauderdale boys, you name the time and place, and I'll send Jake over there.
You know what Eric Bischoff said, though? Controversy creates cash.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Jake's going to take care of that problem way over there for you. But yes, this week we are getting close to Halloween, and I know there may be people out there that don't celebrate Halloween. You have carnivals and festivals at your church or wherever, your religious facilities, however how you observe, and that's okay. But, during this time, candy is given out as one of the big things, Halloween candy. So what I wanted to do is come up with a best and a worst list of Halloween candy. So, boys, would y'all prefer me do the best or the worst? What do we want to do first?
Through both.
It's not.
Run through both. Very, very quickly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I tell you what, we'll go for worst. I'm going to go 5. All right. I tell you, let's just do the worst first. Get that over with, because most of y'all should agree with that. On worst, the 5th worst candy of all time is candy corn. No, I do not like candy corn. Candy corn is terrible. Number 4, Tootsie Rolls. Okay. People that give out Tootsie Rolls on Halloween, just give out ramen noodles or toothbrushes. Don't give out
What about Tootsie
Rolls.
Pops?
I like Tootsie Pops. That's different, Breck. That's not on the list. Calm down, man. I mean, don't put them in the same category. Here's one that I know is going to make people mad. Okay. Smarties. You know the Smarties?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah, I don't like
That's
Smarties.
Valentine candy. That's not Halloween candy.
You're doing well, Davis. We don't compliment you. You're doing well. Keep going. Go ahead and screw it up.
Yeah, give me a minute, okay? The next one is the peanut butter kisses. You know those little things that they come in either the black or the orange wrapping.
Oh, like the Mary Jane.
Is that what they call those?
Well,
yeah,
no,
I don't like those either.
There's an actual candy called Mary Jane's, but
Breck,
those
what are you
for
talking
forever
about?
I called those the peanut. They have orange, or they're like peanut butter toffee.
Yes.
Or peanut butter taffy. Like
there
if
you
you went
go.
to Dollywood and you got taffy in the wrap. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I called them Mary Jane's for forever. But there's an actual Mary Jane. But yeah, those are bad.
Yeah, if any children listening, though, whatever, don't tell your parents we're talking about Mary Jane and various stuff like that. We're talking about candy, folks.
It's a candy.
The next one, and my wife actually argued with me about this, which kind of surprised me. Licorice. I don't like licorice. She's like, what about strawberry licorice, like Twizzlers and stuff like that? But no, nobody likes Twizzlers either. I don't like Twizzlers. That's
like eating
disgusting.
shoelaces, man.
It's
Yes,
terrible.
it's terrible.
Sugary shoelaces.
Okay, now here's the best list. Okay, so we got that. All the bad ones there.
You did good. Go ahead and screw it up. We're waiting. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say I do enjoy candy corn. I'll be that guy.
Oh,
Gosh, we know it.
Now, do I want that as my primary candy given out at Halloween? No. But if it's in a little dish, around Halloween somewhere, maybe mixed with some peanuts, that's okay.
There it was. If it's mixed with like peanuts or pretzels,
give
you
me
get a
some
handful
peanuts
right there,
or pretzels.
I can
I
deal
want
with it. I can
peanuts
deal
or
with it.
pretzels. I'll get those
If I
guys.
wanted trail mix, I wouldn't put
Yeah.
candy corn in it. But yeah, whatever. I mean, I
can
did hear
deal
there's
with
like some place that has, is it candy corn lemonade? Like some place, they're not our sponsor. If you want to be our sponsor, we'll tell you where it's at. But there is a place out there that does have like candy corn lemonade. Sounds disgusting. The best candy, and this
They're
is no
signing up
debate to
right
this.
now.
Yeah, I bet they are. The 5th best candy of all time is Nerds. I love Nerds. Nerds are great. Number 4, Blow Pops. The ones with the gum in the middle.
Oh, I love
yes, those are my favorite. I love those. 3, kind of controversial, but Starburst. Some people may say, well, what about Skittles? I like Starburst. Starburst are pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Number 2, we could go a bunch of different ways from 2 to 1, but this is kind of my favorite. Number 2, Snicker bars. I love Snicker bars. And the number 1, hands down, no debate. If you don't like it, kick rocks. I don't care. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
My man.
Yes.
He hit the home run.
Oh, fine. I've been on this guy almost 10 years. It's about time he delivered.
I finally did something right. I made it, Mama. I did it, Mama. There you go.
My man, Snickers and Reese's are the best. Y'all go home. Go home. It's over.
They're good. They're good, but something else could have made the top 5.
What?
What is
There's
that?
a Kit Kat.
No.
There's a Kit Kat. Come on, Kit Kat.
It's not bad.
I do think Nerds is a little overrated in this list.
Says the guy that likes candy corn. Come on, man. Come
shots
on,
fired.
Man. Come on, man. Caleb, I like you. Caleb, Caleb, I like you. Come
It
on.
ain't my top 5, but I'm just saying I don't like
Man.
I don't respect the candy corn hate
Davis.
that happens this
I mean,
time of
my
year.
2 favorite candies, 1 and 2, man. That's see.
I will say this. I have a couple in here that aren't my favorites. Whoppers.
Yeah.
Whoppers and Milk Duds. Whoppers and Milk Duds. Not my favorite.
The only thing Davis could do better, besides the Reese's and Snickers rating, is get that Trough from Southern Miss delivered to my house. If you can find it and get it to my house, that's all I ask.
My son's down there. I'll ask him where the construction site's at. Maybe him and some of his attorney brothers can go find it. Get some of the pledges.
I'm telling you, kids, if you need a job, don't go get a side job. There is something worth a lot of money, and they're throwing it out. You've got to go get it. Go get it.
Hey, you got a pledge project for you fraternities down there? Go find the Trough and deliver it to us, and you'll be rewarded.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Well, that's what's on the whiteboard in the Environment Masters studio, and we hopefully you get some good candy this week. And I've got mine. It's got to make it till Friday, right? My nephew came over one day and he ate all my Kit Kats. I had to dig to find a Kit Kat in there, but it's here, and we're going to make it to Friday. And I don't have a game this Friday because they're all moved up to Thursdays, so Uncle Breck can pass out candy on this Friday. So that'll be
Watch your
fun.
Children.
That'll be fun. I'm going to dress up, and the people are already asking me what I'm going to be for Halloween. You'll have to wait till Friday to see. But that is what Brandon puts out on the whiteboard. Also, I'd say one more that's bad is Circus Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's really a Halloween candy, but Circus Peanuts,
They're bad.
It's like eating foam. Not
They're
good.
bad. Very
Not
bad.
good. So, but all right, that wraps us up for today here on the Varsity Voices podcast presented by C Spire. We're going to be with you the rest of the week, so make sure you tune back in and be sure to like and subscribe on all of our channels, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. So for our entire crew, Breck Riley signing off this week on the Varsity Voices podcast.